Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Idi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Pashati Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. ISKCON Mangaluru welcomes you to the 18-day session of learning Bhagavad Gita. So today is Deva Asura Sambad Vibhaga Yoga. That means divine and demoniac natures. So Krishna is going to speak more about the divine nature, that's the good ones, and the demoniac, the bad qualities. So Deva means Devik, that is divine. Asura, asuras, asuras, demons. So demons are still in Kali Yuga, but in different form. So let's see what are the qualities Krishna says about a divine or transcendental quality. Transcendental. What do you mean by transcendental? Anyone know what's the meaning of transcendental? Anyone can raise your hand. Transcendental. Somewhere, anywhere you heard about this term. If you can.
It refers
Srinivas.
divine only, or which cannot be found in this world, these qualities.
Very nice. Good qualities. Yes, Chinmay Prabhu, anything else?
Pure.
Pure, yes, very pure qualities. Yes. So Krishna's qualities are called transcendental. As Prabhu told, it cannot be seen in the material world, it's in spiritual world. So transcendental, the word meaning means above the three modes. So we have the three modes now, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Guna. So above the three modes is what? Shuddha Sattva Guna, pure goodness. And that is hard to be found in material world. And that is transcendental, above the three modes. Three modes doesn't affect Krishna. So that is a transcendental of divine good qualities, and it's pure, yes. And so that is Krishna's pastimes, birth are all transcendental. Divyam, they say, Divyam. Janma karma chame, Divyam. Divyam means transcendental. So fearlessness, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, which you are doing now, charity, steady determination, self-control, performance of sacrifice, simplicity, non-violence, freedom from envy, austerity, truthfulness, compassion for all living entities, and cleanliness. So these are some of the divine nature of good qualities. These are there in us also, right? So sometimes we feel like cultivating spiritual knowledge, and whoever have this good spiritual knowledge are fearless, because if you're truthful, then why should we fear? Only if you had done some sin, then we had to be fearful, otherwise we are fearless, right? And non-violence, we don't like fighting and creating problems, right? And austerity, yeah, you do tapasyas like Ekadashi Vrata and all, truthfulness, compassion for all living beings, right? So Arjuna's one of the reason for lamenting was compassion. So that compassion is there in every human being, but in different levels. And cleanliness. So by cleanliness, I mean both external and internal cleanliness. External is by taking bath and all, but internal cleanliness is done by chanting the Maha Mantra, and all kama, krodha, and everything will go off. Okay, so these are the divine qualities, and there are some demoniac or asuric qualities. What are they? That's no belief or faith in God. They don't believe in God. So that's what I told in Kali Yuga. That most of the people are like this. They don't believe in God or in the existence of God. They don't have faith in God. Might be due to many reasons, but they don't. And no belief in the existence of soul. They don't know anything about the soul. I told you. They just want to enjoy this life. They're not bothered about Punarjanma or how to go back to Krishna, to end the process of birth, death, old age, disease. Proud. They're very proud of what they have and all the possessions without knowing this is all Krishna's mercy. Arrogance. They're very arrogant. They think themselves as so great. Anger, yes, anger, lust, greed. Yesterday we were telling the three gates to hell. Harshness, they're very harsh, rude, and ignorance. I think that will come in today's chapter. Yes, so ignorance, because they don't know about anything about spiritual life. They're ignorant in tamoguna and desire to be famous. This is one of our bad qualities, like most of us have. We want to become famous, but we are not knowing that we are soul, not this body. So whom are we going to make famous? All those who are famous now in this world, they all will die one day, right? So what is the use of becoming famous? To become famous, you do a lot of activities, you endeavor more, you put a lot of effort, and finally, if you can't become famous or success, you feel like suiciding because it's not working for you. You're depressed and repressed. That's why even many rich people, why do they do suicide? They already have money and everything, but then there's some things which is torturing them and they can't become famous and all. And demanding respect from others. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Amanina manadena kirtaniya satahari. You should not respect any, you should not expect any respect from others. At the same time, you should give respect to others. So that is demanding is a negative quality, and do not follow or believe in the Shastras. So some people, they don't believe in God, obviously they don't believe in Shastras also. Only if you believe in God, you believe Shastras. Okay, right. So these are there in Kali Yuga. Most of these qualities are more in Kali Yuga. And as the Kali Yuga progress, it's just 5,000 years over the Kali Yuga started. But as it progress, it's going to be worse and worse and worse. In Bhagavatam, it says it's going to be really worse. Might be next 10,000 years, it's going to be okay. But after that, when our grandchildren come up, they have a very horrible time because Kali Yuga is going to be like that. People are going to be demonic. Why? Then only Krishna can come and end the process, right? But that's what's going to happen because there is divine and demon qualities in all of us. Okay, so but everyone is trying to increase the demonic quality and forgetting the divine nature in us. But how can we balance? So can anyone guess? In this picture there are two pictures here, which is divine and which is demoniac? Anyone can guess? One person is acting in a divine form, the other one is demoniac. Which is what?
First one
Yes.
is divine.
So the left one is divine
Ah,
and the right one is demonic because the left one she's helping the poor man.
yes, very good. So this person is trying to help. She's compassionate. So one that is one of the quality of divine nature. And this man, what is he doing? Burning everything, making lot of nuisance to the whole country. You can see all of them are just worried and just burning some. I think it's a jeep or something. He's burning and he's enjoying that. But what does he gain by doing all this, right? These are the demonic nature. So that's why when Bhagavad Gita class starts, there'll be a lot of people in demoniac nature. They want to see what's happening. First of all, they don't believe in God. They don't believe in the Shastra. So they want to see what is there in Bhagavad Gita. Let me go and see. But some people see and then they leave the group. But then others, they stay just to criticize, just to find fault. There was a person who says, these are all hypothetical. You're all guessing all these things. This is nothing. Because that person had demonic nature. Sorry to say, but that's a fact. There is so many demonic nature. That's why Prabhupada had to struggle so much to establish ISKCON. It was not a simple job, a simple task for Prabhupada at the age of 70 to establish ISKCON, to give the teachings of Bhagavad Gita to the foreign land. Just imagine if he has gone preached in India, yes, people naturally they know about the Lord and everything. But the foreign culture is completely different from us, right? No Sanatan Dharma, they don't know God. Their life is like totally opposite from us. You know that how their life is. Because for them, drinking and all these things are normal for them. Right? In young age on itself, it's like if you don't do, they feel like, you don't drink. It's like that. So because they don't know that's not a good habit, and they get addicted to intoxicants. That's normal for me. That's normal lifestyle. In that lifestyle, Prabhupada had to went and preached Bhagavad Gita. Just imagine. But Bhagavad Gita was so strong that nobody can do any harm. There's so many problems Prabhupada had, so many challenges. But Bhagavad Gita was like a sun. It is Krishna himself. So Prabhupada always won because nobody can defeat Lord, right? And it was Krishna's decision. Yes. And you know what? In Padma Puran, it says Bhakti Devi was so frustrated here in India. Nobody was doing bhakti that time, and her two sons, Jnana and Vairagya, they also became old, and she was thinking what to do, and she told Narad Muni, I'm going to leave idam parityajya videsham gachari. I'm leaving India, I'm going to foreign land. That word became true when Srila Prabhupada took this Bhagavad Gita across the world. I mean, all over the world, everyone accepted it. And you can see, just Google and see, or YouTube, So many devotees from Russia and China and where not, Australia and America, everywhere. You can just see how many people have become devotees of ISKCON. So the the preaching of Bhagavad Gita is a tough job, but still we do it for the pleasure of the Lord. So yes, all of us, inside us also, we have calm, krodh, love, moh, mata, matsarya. So that is the demon qualities in us, and divine qualities also we have, right? We have both. Some days we feel like, oh, I should help that person, I should be nice. But some days we like, oh, that person is torturing me, I should also torture him back. And we feel like that. How can we develop the divine qualities in us and defeat the demonic qualities in us? Okay, so both the qualities are there in all of us, everyone. It's because of the three modes, tamoguna, rajaguna, we'll act more, and then we become anger and lusty and all that. When sattaguna increase, divine qualities increase. So let's see how to make the balance. So as you know, a rotten apple, if it's put with a good apple, what will happen to the good apple? Can anyone answer? The rotten apple is kept in along with a good apple. Yeah,
The
so
good
what's good?
apple will also rot.
Yeah, so obviously it will rot, right? So that's a bad association. Okay, what if some jasmine flowers are there in a waste basket? Sonia Mataji, we put a jasmine flower, few jasmine flowers in a waste basket. What will be the smell from the waste basket?
Jasmine.
It will smell good,
Ma'am, could you
right?
please repeat that?
No, it smells good. She told it. It smells.
It will also.
It will also smell good, right? So that is the association again. Okay, so how we, it depends on our association. If we mix with bad people, if we mix with people who are in tamagun, who do all these bad habits, this especially happens for teenagers, and I'm speaking to the youngsters here. Especially when you choose your friends, choose wisely. If you don't have a good association, you tend to become like that. If you associate with people who don't believe in God and Shastras and just living, just spoiling their life for sense gratification, you tend to become like that. Yes, yes, these are all old age ka thing, yaar. I'll do it when I'm 50, 60, bhakti and all. Not now. No. Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumara Acharit Pratna Durlabha Manava Janma. We start as soon as possible because we don't know. It's very rare to get human life, and you don't know when we're going to get the next one. So don't waste it. So if you associate with such bad people, you become bad. But if you are bad and you associate with nice people like a jasmine flower, that means good sattvic people as devotees, they will influence you. Slowly, slowly, you also get the quality of gas. So association is very important to develop the divine qualities and to defeat asuric qualities. So if you are with asuric people, the fighting and all, you also tend to be like that. But you associate with devotees, you have a better chance to progress. This is what we are doing now, right? We are associating, we are trying to learn from each other about Krishna and Lord, and we are encouraging each other to chant. These are good qualities. So choose your association wisely. So ABCD of ISKCON, right? Association, books, chanting, diet, and all. So in that, A comes first. Association. It's very important. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Hoy, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Sadhu Sangha, the association of the divine people or devotees are very, very important. Okay, it's very rare to get such association, and we really don't know. Now we are really happy because my circle of friends are full of devotees now. Mostly the other parts is less. It's there, but I don't associate much. See, there are two ways. You can give association, you can take association. That means you give your good qualities to them, and you can be don't take their bad qualities. Try to correct them. And the same time, when someone senior to you come in devotion and all, you take association from them. You can't give them; they are seniors to you. You respect them, so you take association from them and give association to the people who are suffering. But don't take association from bad people. Then you become like that. And it's very important for to improve in bhakti, to have good association. And also purification process is also important, like devotional service, like chanting, hearing shastras, ordering prasadam should be done every day. Okay. So these were the first four slokas. Krishna speaks only about the divine and demonic qualities. Now he says, Devi Sampat Vimokshaya Nimantaya Surimata Mashuja Sampadam Devim Api Jato Asi Pandava. The transcendental qualities conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with divine qualities. So, son of Pandu, that's Arjuna. Arjuna is already born with divine qualities, right? He is born pious, okay, for a pious family, pious parents, so naturally he tend to become pious, okay. So it's very rare to see cases like non-devotees are born to a devotee. A devotee parents will have a devotee child. Krishna will give them a devotee child because that child or that soul would have done some devotional service in previous life and he want to continue it. That is possible only if he is born in a devotee family. So, but then in case of Prahlad, what happened? Hiranyakashipu was a demon, but Prahlad got born in a demon family, right? So that those cases can also happen. So these qualities, good qualities, will help us to get moksha, liberation. But the bad qualities make us bondage, okay? Because you do some sin, then you have to take punarjanma to suffer for that sin, right? Any sin if you do. So that is why. And when should we start the devotional service? Can anyone answer this question? When should we start our devotional service?
Now.
Rishabh?
We should
Ah,
know.
now. So that means, and who started devotional service at the early age? Naina Mataji.
Dhruv Maharaj,
Ha, Dhruv Maharaj, and who else?
Prahlad Maharaj.
Prahlad, very good. Yes. So they all started when they were very young at 5. So we should start as early as possible. And Prahlad Maharaj has started before birth, actually before birth, right? He was in the womb of Kayadu and Narad Muni took her and instructed her so many things about the Lord. So he was able to know about the Lord even within the womb of the mother. And Dhruv Maharaj started at 5. Srila Prabhupada also started when he was very young. So that's very important. At old age, we can't remember slokas. We can't sit and chant for a long time. So many problems are there regarding old age, right? Joint pains and loss of memory and so many things we don't know. Um, we really don't know how are we going to live till then. So please make this stays with you. That future we don't know. Past is gone and dead. So just think about today and start doing devotional service. All of you, please fill the Shraddhavan form and commit. Prabhu was saying yesterday, committing 108 times or one round is like a child who's lost somewhere, okay, who never came back home for a long time, and he's calling his mother from somewhere and saying, Mother, I'm going to come, okay, I'm going to come on this day, like make everything ready, I'm coming. And the mother will be so happy. Oh, my mother, my son have committed to come, or my son have promised that he'll come. So same way, we are trying to promise to the Lord that yes, Lord, I'm going to chant one round every day for you. And that means I'm also trying to come back to you, Lord. In near future, I will come back. And then the Lord is so happy. So we have to commit. So this is our life cycle: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyati. We are born, we live for some time, then we produce children, and then we stay, then we get old, then we get disease, and finally death. It's inevitable. And there are these are the normal process we have. So in demonic qualities, why demons are proud of? Okay, there are 6 qualities which makes us really proud. Wealth. If someone is really wealthy, yes, that person can be proud. But I'm not saying this person is proud. I'm just giving an example. Who is this? Anyone can get, all know him, right? When it speaks of wealth, everyone knows. Yes, Anvesha Mataji.
Ambani.
So Ambani. So what, he is really rich, okay, but they are not proud of that richness, and they should not be. Why they get all these good qualities? Because they have done some punya in their previous life. Okay, and who is this?
Albert.
Yes.
Albert Einstein.
Einstein.
Einstein, very good. Yes, so that's Einstein. And Einstein's brain was like, wow, right? The what discoveries he's done and all that. So it's education wise, yes, he is the topmost. And who is this? Everyone knows her.
Aiswarya.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Aishwarya Rai. So she was Miss World, and so much of beauty and austerities. So anyone know this one? Oh, okay, it's given already here. Madhvacharya. So he is the one who established the Udupi temple. Madhvacharya, it's a lot of austerities he did. So these are the qualities some people and youth. Some of the youngsters, they think they are you. They stay young forever. They also will become old. There's a saying. It says when the old leaves, the dry leaves fall, the young green leaves laugh. Why? They don't have to laugh. They also will become brown and fall one day, right? So the youth is not a thing to be proud of. Any day you get old, how much of a botulinum and all the toxins you inject or do plastic surgeries or whatever you do, old age will definitely come. And born in a good family. So these are some of, just imagine if someone has all these 6 qualities, how puffed up he is going to be, how proud is going to be. Oh, I'm very rich, I'm so educated, I'm full of knowledge and all that, good family, I'm born in a good family, I'm so beautiful, I'm young. So these are the qualities which makes a human proud. But then if you have spiritual life, then all these won't make you proud. Okay, so who's having a lot of wealth, they can use it for Krishna service, education. You know what, because of this online session, so many IIT graduates and engineers are full time dedicated to the online teachings, and they are the one who's helping us to develop website and all that. So they're using their knowledge for Krishna. So in that way we can use, along with their job, they are able to do service. So we should be really careful of these qualities. This should not make us proud. Why should we be proud? The wealth given to us is by Lord. He can take it back at any time. And these are the qualities. If someone have these qualities, all of you have some of these qualities, it means you have done punya in your previous life. Unless you do punya, you can't get these qualities actually. Who have done sin, they become ugly. Who have done sin, they become poor. Who have done sin in their previous life, they don't get proper education or born in a good family. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जनाना विदुरासुरा न शौचं नापि च चारो न satyam teshu vidyate. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. So the people in jail, we know, right? So they have had some demonic qualities. That's why they have done the sin and they are inside the jail. Okay, yes, some innocent people are also there, but then most of them are sinful, and they are not clean, and they don't have a proper behavior or truth is found in them. So this is the Devi Asuric qualities again. Asatyam apradishtam tam te jagat ahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kim anya kama haitukam. The demoniacs say that this world is unreal. I told you, no, they say Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. They say Jagat is Mithya, it's unreal. No, the Jagat is real. And they say there is no foundation and there is no God in control. They don't believe in God, and it's produced of sex desires and has no cause other than lust. So they think the world is only meant for sense gratification. They don't know all these things about the Lord. They are interested. So Krishna says, Manishyanam sahasreshu kaschit yadati siddhaye yadatam api siddhana kaschit mam vedi tattvataha. Many people try to know about me, but not everyone succeeds, right? Not everyone, because you need to do a lot of punya to come. So that's why it's not easy to come to Krishna consciousness, because that's the highest stage of consciousness level. You're nearing to moksha, and that is not possible for everyone. So you all are fortunate, very lucky. Brahmande Brahmite Kone Bhagyavanji, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beej, and you have got that Bhakti Lata Beej. So just put it in your heart and start watering it with Shravanam and Kirtanam. Let the plant of Bhakti grow in your life. And finally, one day we can go back to Krishna. So for that, we should have divine qualities. Etam drishtim avastavya nashtatmano alpabuddhaya prabhavanti ugrakarmana shayaya jagato ahita. Following such conclusions, the demoniac who are lost to themselves, who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works. They want to destroy the world, right? All these atom bombs and everything, all these is happening. Why? They just want to destroy the world, right? Bioweapons and all that. Why are they doing? They are killing their own brothers. We are all children of God. Aham bicha pradapita, Krishna says. They don't have intelligence, and they are so demoniac. that even if they lose their life, they don't worry, but they want others to be suffering. But that is demonic qualities, and it's been there from long, all the yugas. There were demons, right? Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodam cha samsrita mamta atma paradeheshu pradvishanto abhyasuyu ab, abhyasuyuka. So, bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demons become envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in his own body and the body of others, and blasphemes against the real religion. So, and so this is what I was saying. So we were all envious of the Lord. Some people asked, why did we fall into this material world? Because we were envious of the Lord. How did we become envy? Because these things happened. Okay, like false ego. Oh, I'm great, and strength. I'm very strong. I don't want to depend on anyone. We are all dependent on Krishna's mercy. We are proud, falsely proud and puffed up. Lust and anger and all these comes. And this is a picture where Lord Krishna kills Shishupal. So Shishupal, yes, Nitikshna, you know about Shishupal?
Yes, ma'am. Shishupal is very bad, and
Huh.
he on one year, everyone were honoring Krishna, and that time Shishupal was telling very bad words.
Hmm.
So Krishna, after 100 words that Shishupal told, he took his chakra, Sudarshan chakra, and killed him.
Yes. So before that, what happened? Shishupal is Krishna's cousin, and when Shishupal was born, he was born with 4 hands. And his mother was like, huh? Any mother will be shocked to see a baby with 4 hands. And then his mother was worried, and she went to an astrologer, and he told that yes, the 2 hands will fall off soon when the person who's going to kill your son will come. So whenever the person who's going to kill your son enters the room, the 2 hands of your son will fall off. So she was waiting to see who was that, and when Krishna entered the room, the 2 hands of that baby fell off, and the mother of Shishupal came to know, oh, I know Krishna is going to kill my son. What to do? So as mothers, all the mothers are very soft to the kids. Whatever they do, they forgive. And the mother went running to Krishna and asked for forgiveness. Please forgive my son. I really don't know why you're going to kill my son, but I know you're going to kill my son. I know from the astrologer, the 2 hands of my baby fell off when you came. So Krishna is like smiling. Yes, Krishna is going to do that. Krishna knows that. But then the mother asked Krishna, please give some kind of mercy, show some mercy. Then Krishna told, okay, I'll give some benediction. Like your son is going to offend me and tell so a lot of bad things to me. Vanda. Okay, Hare Krishna. Sorry. So yes. So what happens? He told Shishupal, his mother, that yes, your son can offend me for 100 times, but 101 time he is going to offend me, I'm going to kill him. So this is the boon he got. Yes. So Shishupal mother was also happy. Nobody is going to tease and insult anyone 100 times, right? One day. But Shishupal kept on doing. And finally, on the Rajasuya Yajna by Yudhishthir, when Krishna was honored, Shishupal didn't like it. He went on insulting Krishna so many times, and it crossed 100. So 101 times when Shishupal was insulting, Krishna's Sudarshan Chakra just left. That's how the demons are. They just want to insult the Lord, right? This is not good. Shishupal, why did he do this? Because he wanted to marry Rukmini, and Rukmini liked Krishna. So Krishna had to marry Rukmini, but then Shishupal was so jealous of Krishna. And Shishupal is not a normal person. He's Jai Vijay. Krishna's Lord's eternal doorkeepers, right? They just came to do the pastime. But still, Lord is showing us, "Ye yadamam pravatande tam sadaiva bhajamyam." How you approach me, I approach you the same way. So some people ask me, Krishna is so partial. Why is he partial to Kamsa and Shishupal? But why he is good to Yashodamaya? What can Krishna do? How you approach Krishna, he approached the same way. So that's very important, right? So how we approach the Lord. So yes, there are small Shishupals and Kamsas in us also. Asurim yonim apanna moda janmani ma Vyaiva Kauteya Tado Yanti Adamam Gatim, attaining repeated birth amongst the species of demonic life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually, they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. So, what happens? The demons, they, because they are impious, they tend to be born in the demon family only, and then slowly what happens, because they are killing and they're doing all these nonsense things, the material nature and Krishna will never give them a material body again. They are misusing the material body, right, the human body, so they'll give animal life. That's why most abominable type of existence means they can become a pig, they can become dogs, dogs and all, they fight just like that, they fight. They don't know it's my mother or son or anything. They don't differentiate all that. Just fight. Monkeys, they fight. They don't know all these things and dharma and all that, because they have been demons in their previous life. So it's asurim yonim. So when you are born in species of asuras, we tend to born in asuras only, and finally we go to problem. So these are the three gates of hell. Trividam narakeshyedam dvaram nashanamatmana Kama Krodastata Lopas Tasmat Edatrayam Tejet Kama Kroda Loba. That means lust, greed, and anger. These are the three gates to hell. So if we really don't want to go to hellish planet and suffer, we should control these. But it's very difficult to control anger, right? All of us gets angry. Rajagun Tamaguna dominates on us. We're living in this material world. Yes, definitely there's a little bit of anger and everything. But then slowly, see, there's a lot of anger controlling techniques now. One of the technique is when you get angry, you close your eyes and you count from 10, 9, 8, 7. And by the time you finish, it seems you forget. But that doesn't happen to me. That time I don't remember 9, 8, 7 and all. It doesn't come. But then one thing you can do is just avoid the situation, right? If there is a hot conversation going on, there's some kind of cooking up going on, and you think that it's going to burst or something is going to happen between you and the colleague, or at home you think the conversation is not going good, something happened bad, there's going to be a fight. Just when this person start dialogues or start fighting with you, just avoid the scene, just go away from there. Okay, if you're at home, just walk out, or just in that room, just go to another room. Okay, or play any music you like. Just avoid the situation so that you don't respond. That's how the fight happens. So that's one way. Next is when someone is prompting you, like Shishupal kept on insulting Krishna. Krishna just tolerated it, but tolerance level is not good for us. We can't tolerate everything. So what do you do? You in your mind, you chant Hare Krishna. If you can't avoid that situation, if your boss is scolding you, as we saw the role play when Jyotipriya Mother just scolding Rushan, he didn't have anything, no option. He can't fight back. He's the boss. He'll fire you. So we can't do anything. So just keep quiet, and then inside you keep chanting the Lord's name, and you're like, everything will go, everything will pass on, right? It's okay. And then you try to convince your own mind, instead of getting reacting, because anger is a great thing to control. And greed, okay, lust, desires, I want that, I want this. And okay, lust is some kind of opposite of love. So love is unconditional, but lust is just the external thing. It's not a pure love. And greed, I want more desires, and anger. So when you are lusty, that means you are attracted to something, and then you become greedy. You want that, and if that doesn't happen, you become anger. So it goes hand in hand. All these things. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give up these, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Yes, so this is how we are. We've been pulled by anger, lust, and greed all the time. As the three modes pull us, we are being pulled, but we should control them. So how can we control? Krishna says, by controlling your mind, by controlling your senses. This lust, anger, greed was there in a lot of places. Lusty, Dushasan. So Duryodhan's brother, Dushasan, how he was lusty to insult Draupadi. You can see here Pandavas, they lost after the gambling, and then there was lust towards Draupadi, and then anger towards the Pandavas. The Kauravas had a lot of anger towards the Pandavas, and greed. Kauravas wanted the kingdom of Hastinapur, even though they don't deserve it. They were very greedy for the kingdom, and finally, what happened? They all had to die. So, because with these four defects, how can we control the anger? Right? We commit mistakes, we are illusion, we have imperfect senses, we have tendency to cheat others. Right? So these qualities are there in us. See, I told you in perfect senses, we need a binocular to see everything. How can we see Lord? But then with these four defects, if we can improve the soul, the chariot, you remember the chariot, the body is compared to a chariot. So the soul is the owner of the chariot. So the soul is strong. We make the soul strong, then we can succeed. So there are the four yugas, right? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. We know that. So you know all these yugas, divine and demon qualities were there. Demons and divines, many were there. I've taken only one example each because we can't finish it. So in divine, if you take of Varahadev, the boar incarnation, why did Lord come in that form? Because Hiranyaksha wanted to capture the earth. So the earth went and hid it somewhere inside the muddy water, mud, so dirt. And then Lord had to come in a Varaha form. Only pigs can go inside the dirt and take. So he went inside, took the earth in his tusk and came out. And he had to kill Hiranyaksha. So in Satyuga, Varahadev was divine, and Hiranyaksha, who's Hiranyakashipu's brother, was a demon. So they were in different planets. You know, Hiranyaksha was trying to take the planet Earth. That means Hiranyaksha was not in the Earth planet, he was in some other planet. So the divine and demons are in different planets. And as the Yuga changed, in Treta Yuga, Lord Ram, Haribol, today is Ram Navami, Sita Ram Lakshman ki jai. So Lord Ram, he was divine. Okay, Maryada Purushottam Ram. And then the demon Ravan, right? But they were in different countries. Where was Lord Ram and where was the demon Ravan? Anyone? Which was the place?
Ravan was in Sri Lanka and Ram
Huh?
was in India.
Ayodhya. So that means India and Sri Lanka. So it was different countries, right? So Ram and Ravan were in different countries. When it comes to Dwapara Yuga, the Pandavas and Kauravas, they were in the same family. They are cousins. So the divine and demons were in same family. What happens in Kali Yuga? So sad. It's in the same person. Okay, the divine qualities like humility, helping others, tolerance. It's in same person, and demonic qualities like anger, greed, jealousy, lust. It's in the same person. So when Hiranyakashipu was searching for the demon, I mean for Lord Vishnu everywhere, where is he? Where is he? He's in the pillar. Where is he? Where is my enemy? So Prahlad said, Father, your enemy is not outside. He's inside you. Your mind is your enemy, or your mind in itself. So that means all these anarthas are there in us, and that's the enemies in Kali Yuga. Okay, so yes, demons are still around us with different masks. We can't really identify them. There are, but then in the same person, see how they changes, different planets, different countries, same family and same person. So this is what happens in Satya Yuga. There was Varahadev and Hiranyaksha. They were in different planets, totally in different planets. Okay, but then Treta Yuga, Lord Ram and Ravan, different countries, right? Different countries. And Dwapar Yuga, Pandavas and Kauravas were in the same family, right? Even now it's their same family. The brothers don't talk to each other, and all these problems are still going on, right? So in Kali Yuga, divine and demon qualities are in the same person. So sometimes we are good, sometimes we are bad, the same person. Sometimes we get shocked. Arey, that person did that. How can he do? Yeah, he's a nice person. I never thought he'll do such a big sin. When someone do some crime, we like, how can he do? I know him for a long time. How did he do the sin? That's because that demonic quality is there in all of us. But the thing is, we should not make it develop, or we should suppress that the demonic qualities by increasing the divine one. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we're sad. That's the nature of us. We should remove our real mask. For corona, we have a duplicate mask. That is not the mask really to be removed. The real mask we have. So for corona, we kids have this fancy type of mask, but that is not the real mask to be removed. The real mask is the duplicity, right? So we are nice to someone, but inside we are not like that. Like, no, we should not be like that. Or sometimes we are angry and sometimes we are nice. So this is the demons qualities of tamoguna and rajoguna increasing us. But we should go to sattva, right? We should defeat the bad in us and increase the good in us. It's not an easy one. It's not at all easy. Once what happened, there was a guru and a disciple want to know how to control anger. So he kept on raising his hand. Guru, I have a question. I have a question. Then Guru's like, yes, what is your question? How to control anger? And then Guru's like, sit down. I'll explain to you later. Then in between the class again, he got up. I have a question. Then Guru's like, what? How to control anger? And Guru's like, just sit, I'll explain. So he kept on doing this 3-4 times. And finally, again, he put on his hand and he's like, how to control anger? And the Guru became angry. He was like, you sit down there. I told you, no, don't ask me this question. What are you doing? And the Guru became angry. And everyone started laughing because to control the anger, even for the Guru, it was difficult. So it is difficult. And what can we do? You know how Hanuman did when Hanuman got angry, like when his tail was on fire, he went and burned the whole Lanka. That means he used it for a good cause. So same way, when some people are angry, we can use it for a good thing. Like we go clean the house, the anger goes away, or we do wash all the vessels and do the washing thing and all, then the anger goes away. So you use your anger for something else. You show it somewhere else, not to the people. That is one way of letting it out, right? So some people cry. That is also one way of let your anger out. But that's not good because that shows your weakness. We should not. If someone is crying, that means we are in Maya. That's what Prabhuji says. But then it is difficult to control anger. But if you redirect your anger towards Lord, that means anger can be used for Krishna service also. If someone blasphemes the Lord, if someone says the Lord doesn't have a form, if someone says what nonsense you're doing with Bhagavad Gita, if someone criticizes Shastras, you can be angry. You should be angry. That's a quality of a devotee. Because we can't tolerate that. You insult me, but don't insult God. Because He is my owner and He's my master. So that is the right type of using your anger. If someone blasphemes a devotee or criticizes God, yes, you can definitely react. There's no karma in that. Etai vimukta kaunteya tamo dvares tribirnara acharti atmana shreyas tato yati param gatim. A man who has escaped these 3 gates of hell, that is lust, anger, greed, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attain the supreme destination. So first step is accepting a spiritual master. Okay, Ado Shraddha, Tado Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, then Anartha Nivritti. So first you should accept a spiritual master unless he's the one Tattvadarshi, Jnanina Tattvadarshi, right? He's the one who saw the truth. So you should surrender to him. Then you start studying Vedas or studying Shastras under his guidance. Then we start doing, so all of us are doing it. Indirectly, we have accepted Prabhupada. It's not necessary. See, you all have your own a choice, right? You study a guru for 1 year, in the sense you read his books, you hear his lecture, and just see whether he is talking the right thing or whether he is deviating. Who is his guru? Who is this guru? Is he coming in the right parampara? You study the guru and then you accept a spiritual master. And then we start studying the Shastras, right? So Srila Prabhupada have done the translation, so we started studying that. Then he told us to take Ekadashi. These are some of the austerities of Vrata we do. Then slowly, when you do Ekadashi, what happens? You're seeing nice rice and dal and all in the in your house, because some people don't take Ekadashi in your house. You're saying all that, but you're controlling your tongue. No. आज नहीं खाना. I can't take it today. मतलब you should not have anna or rice on Ekadashi. So you're controlling your tongue. Oh, I should speak only nice. I should chant more. You're controlling your senses. I see something nice with my eyes, movie and all, like, oh, should I watch it? No. It's Ekadashi, I should not watch. You hear some nice music from outside. Should I go out? No. Let me stay inside. And everything, the smell, nice smell comes from the restaurants. You're like, should I have outside? No, it's Ekadashi. I can have only fruits. So you're controlling now. All your senses you're controlling. So slowly your mind will get controlled, and then anger, lust, and greed can be controlled. Okay, so then you get the spiritual knowledge after doing all these. So first step is to accept a spiritual master. Unless we have a spiritual master, we can't go back to Krishna. So in Kali Yuga, the demons don't believe in God or Shastras, they believe in Google. You've heard of concept called Google God. They think whatever is given in Google is true. No. Many of my colleagues and doctors are complaining that there are there are fake messages or information given in Google. Not every time it's right, but sometimes, especially regarding medical conditions, and when you search for some drugs and side effects, or if you search for something about the disease, it's totally different from the medical books. Little bit, each website give you different answers. So can you believe Google 100% true? Yes, it's helpful to some extent, but not everything. And some people are like just going down to Google and they think that's the law, that's God, Google God concept, right? But they're not knowing Google is also a company. I mean, there's human beings sitting there and working and doing all these things. How can they be God, right? So they believe in these things, whatever Google say. Oh, Google said that. Your Shastra is saying this. I don't believe. I believe in Google. So that's the demonic qualities. Ya Shastra vidim utskrijya vartate kamakarata nasa siddhim avapnodi nasukam na param gatim. So, but he who discards spiritual injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So we should act according to the Shastras. If not possible every time to follow the Shastra 100%. Nobody can do that. In Satya Yuga, people were doing, but in Kali Yuga, that's why Mahaprabhu gave the Hare Krishna mantra. You forget all these things, but at least start chanting. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam te karya vyavastito Nyatva Shastra Vidanoktam Karma Kartum Iharhasi. One should therefore understand what is his duty and what is not duty by the regulations of scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulation, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So we should know that we should submit to a guru and increase our spiritual knowledge, right? The material things we should decrease it. So what is our duty? Dharma. Savai pumsa paro dharmo yado bhaktir adokshite ahetuki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Bhagavatam says our dharma is to do devotional service to the Lord. Don't forget it. So we all have demons inside us, right? Shishupal and Kamsa. How can we overcome it? By chanting Lord's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes, some Mataji was saying about the Gurukul for females. I got a video, but it was not so clear. But then in Mayapur, they were having for females, they had a nice Gurukul setup, and the girls were dressed up with sari and all, they were chanting and all. Right, Jyoti Priya Mataji, you shared a video. It was nice, but the voice was not much clear in that. Okay, so all of us have problems in life, right? This is just outside Bhagavad Gita, but just a quick lesson. Do you have problems in life? Yes, I do have problems. We all have problems, right? So it comes. But can you do something about it? For example, I have a mobile which is broken. Now, can I fix it? Yes, I can fix it. I can give it to the shop and just get it fixed. Okay, so if you have a solution, yes, I have a solution or I can solve it, then why worry? You don't have to worry, right? We all have problems. Yes, but if you can do something about it, right? This is just an example, but there's so many problems in life. But just analyze and think, if problems come to you, it's a quick step we can take. If problems come, can I do something about it? Yes, I can. I can solve it. Then why are you worrying? You can solve it, right? But then if you have a problem, and yes, and can you do something about it? No, I really can't do anything about it. For example, some disease I have, and I'm trying my best to cure it, but then it's above the curative level. Then I can't do anything about it. Then again, why are you worrying? You can't do anything about it, right? Leave it to the Lord. There is a supreme controller who controls everything. Leave it to him. He will take care. Not everything can be fixed by humans. We have limits, right? Some things are not under our control, and the Lord is controlling it. Let him do it. Why are you worrying for that? And some people, they are really happy in life because they are comfortable, and sometimes they're in illusion thinking, oh, I'm fully happy. But sometimes they're really self-realized and they know, I don't want anything more. I'm happy with whatever situations in life God has given me. I'm happy. And there's those people don't have problems. So again, why worry? So finally, why are we worrying, right? So the worry or taking a lot of tension and stress will only have bad things in us and increase our mental problems. So finally we don't have to worry. So if you have a lot of faith in God and trust him, and if you can cultivate your spiritual knowledge, then you don't have to really worry. So glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's because of him we are able to understand Bhagavad Gita so simplified. Otherwise these chapters are going to be like huge. When I came to ISKCON, I was like, how am I going to understand Bhagavad Gita? I don't think I can ever do it. But it's only Prabhupada's mercy that something we are able to understand, because his books are like wonders. It do wonders in your life. Trust me, the moment I started reading Prabhupada's book, the realization slowly comes. Prabhupada speaks to you that somehow I had so many doubts in my mind, but as I read, Prabhupada reveals to you, see, this is what, this is this crystal clear. He's not whimsically saying it, he gives evidence from Shastra. Then I go refer what Prabhupada quoted. I refer this chapter, this sloka, or from Padma Purana, that, this, all the Puranas, Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is not a simple one. You need to do is read the purport. You read one purport, a longer one, you come to know he's quoting from different Shastras. Okay, so he mixed all the medicines in one bottle, and it's a Gita Upanishad. Just drink it. We just have to drink it. We don't have to waste time searching for all the different uh, evidences. So that's why the Bhagavad Gita as it is so great. So please, all of you chant. And today is Ram Navami. I know, like most of you wouldn't have eaten anything now, but try to take Ekadashi fasting. Like have fruits. If your health is not permitting it, just forget it. Because if you have gastric problem and all, don't stress yourself so much. So, but please, just if you can, because Ram Navami is a great day, and as we know that Lord Ram, he's Maryada Purushottam, right? So he could have, Ravan actually did not kidnap the real Sita. He can never do it. Nobody can take Mata Sita away. She is Lord Goddess Lakshmi herself, right? The expansion. She can't be just kidnapped or abducted by some of the demon. No, that was actually Maya Sita who Ravan took. And then when the Mata Sita came back and there was Agni Pariksha, that's what's happening now with the fire thing. That time the Maya Sita was destroyed there and the real Sita Mata came out. So that's not possible. Nobody can do that. And Ravan is also not a normal person. He's Jaya Vijay, right? So when Jaya Vijay got cursed by the four Kumaras of Brahma, they took birth like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha in Satya Yuga, and in Treta Yuga they came as Ravan and Kumbhakarna. Okay, in Dwapar Yuga, Shishupal and Nandavaktara. So Ravan is also a devotee of the Lord. And today we pray to Lord Ram to give a lot of devotional service to us so that we improve in devotion life and spiritual life and make our life successful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Please chant the mantra 108 times. Before chanting that, chant the Panchatattva mantra. It's very important. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay, so please start chanting, because it's very, very important for us to chant in Kali Yuga. There's no other way, no other way, no other way. So if you have to decrease the